Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing your weekly tarot reading. Cross watchers are welcome. Anybody is welcome who feels drawn to seeing this reading. So let's get started, shall we? This is a general reading. I'm tuning into a group of you all out there whenever you're watching this. So use your discernment to decide which messages are for you and which messages are for someone else. Just notice that my chair's real squeaky again. Time to oil it. All right, Aquarius. In the past, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Letting go of obligations, something that was really draining your energy, something that it feels like other people's burdens. You were carrying someone else's burdens. For some of you, projections. What do we need to know about this? Yeah, it looks like sometime in the past, feels like you turned your back on maybe someone who was a burden. At some point, it's like you realize this situation is not for you. I'm not going to argue with this person. I'm not going to call them out. I'm going to just kind of turn my back and let this go. This looks like someone who might be very intuitive that you turned your back on, someone who, but it feels like this person is not doing the work. They've got some skills, some intuition, some healing skills, but they also have a lot of unhealed trauma. And I feel like they projected this trauma onto you, or somehow you became kind of messed up in the energy, entangled in whatever this is. And I feel like this person that you were dealing with is very much in their ego and woundedness and unhealedness. They can't see how they're interacting with you in the least. I feel like they interact with a lot of people in this way, that they just unload. Then I feel like this person talks about you behind your back. So here you are taking on, helping them out, and yet there's this lack of appreciation. This feels like a frenemy. It feels like someone very clever at, flowery, like picture writing a narrative of help, and I'm helping you, and well, I would have helped you, but it's your fault that I couldn't. Like, this is someone they don't really quite understand how to be in a healthy friendship, a healthy give and take. It feels very one-sided. It looks like you walked away from whenever this was and whatever this was with a realization that of your value and worth, and that this is not a friendship. This is whatever this is not the type of friendship you are interested in, because healthy friendships are equal give and take, where you're not constantly pouring your energy into someone who doesn't reciprocate at all. You're wanting someone who can hold space for you, who cares about you, who's This person in the past, it's all about them. It's all about them. Like you could even feel or tell that they're pulling you negatively into this story. It's it feels like a black hole of energy, and being around this person is just draining. I think you got a very clear idea, realizing, wait, this isn't friendship. This person might have shown up as an unhealed version of you. So you got to meet, it feels a little karmic here. You got to meet a past version of yourself and realize, yeah, don't want to be that way anymore. In present time, you're in the energy of the High Priestess. All right, Aquarius, it looks like wow, it looks like you do have a lot of clarity, a lot of skills. Some of you might be receiving new skill sets, like spiritual skill sets, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, having dreams, very vivid dreams, knowing. You just do your life and you know things. I feel like right now you're trusting your intuition in a very profound way. Let me close the door. Birds can get a little loud sometimes. So in this present energy, Aquarius, you're in that High Priestess mode. Looks like you're coming out of a period of, like, it feels like you're having a difficult time finding authentic connections. There's something about what happened in the past that's a part of that. Realizing who's for you and who's not. I feel like in the past you might have settled for attention. Like, well, at least this person's paying attention to me. At least they're contacting me. At least, and I feel like, yeah, but it's all about them. It's all one-sided. It's all I can do better. And feels like I need to create really healthy boundaries with those type of energies. And it looks like in this present energy, you're trusting your intuition. And, not listening to, well, this is what friendship is. You might be difficult, like someone trying to gaslight you. You're trusting your intuition. If the connection feels safe, if the person makes you feel safe, if you feel this equal give and take, if you leave conversations feeling full and better than you, not every single connect, but the majority of the connections, when you leave, that person's got you and you've got that person. And it feels good to know that they've got your back and you've got their back, and you care for them and they care for you. You hold space for them and their issues. They hold space for you and your issues. There's this real reciprocity. And it looks like you've been a little disheartened because a lot of people bring their drama. Like unloading their drama onto you. Not really caring about you, but caring that you're creating a spotlight. Listening to, this is someone, this type of energy that just goes and talks for like 20 minutes. And you're like, wow, I could just put this phone on mute. They're not even really caring that it's me. They're just in a spotlight and taking my energy and my time and my attention. Feels like there's some type of drama unfolding around you this week. Could be combustible. It's interesting because there's whoever you're dealing with, it feels like they're out of control. They're very insecure. I think that's why they talk about themselves all the time. They're trying to pump their ego up. They're trying to take all the bandwidth in conversations that makes them feel top person. But it's really, they're very insecure. They're a bit of a bully, and they're just unconscious. I feel like they present as like, I'm so conscious, I'm so aware, but they're being ruled by their ego. Feels like you cut communication, or the communication gets cut for some reason. Like, this isn't working. For some reason, the communication halts. There could be that you acknowledge, you say, hey, I don't think this connection is for me. It feels like you might want, or you might create a healthy boundary with this person. What you perceive as a healthy boundary, hey, this isn't what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for someone who can support me, who can show up for me when I need help and not leave me on red. And I'm just not finding the compatibility here. I'm feeling compatibility, and I really don't need that. I don't feel like this person receives this well. They might perceive to, but it feels like their ego can't take this. Their ego is just it looks like, despite whatever this is, this person, this drama, you're showing up very confident, very loyal. You're just creating a healthy boundary. I am a very loyal friend. I'm wonderful and secure and stable. And I'll also tell you the truth. And I don't feel that this is a good connection. You are protecting yourself. You are creating healthy boundaries for yourself. A lot of times people who don't like boundaries, and it feels like this person is not accustomed to receiving healthy boundaries. Feels like this person, you create a healthy boundary and they still are like wanting you to then also heal them. This person's a lot. I'm also getting that because you are willing and able to clear and be very honest with this person, you're not trying to hurt them. You're just letting them know this connection is not for me. It looks like it creates space. This person who drains your energy, by getting them out of your space, you clear room for someone who is for you, someone who cares. And care, I feel, is like an active verb expression of love. I care for you. I care enough to listen. I care enough to ask, how are you doing? How can I hold space for you? It looks like, wow, it looks like that because you clear this energy, someone comes in someone who's very loyal, someone who's abundant, solid. They create a safe space. They care. I care about you. I'm not just saying it. I'm looking forward to, wow, this person's wonderful. This person is saying, I care, and I'm looking forward to, I'm getting all like, I'm looking forward to, I'm not asking for trust. I'm looking forward to you possibly allowing time enough for me to show you time and time again that I do care. This person's very patient. This person's, I feel like they understand. They can hold space for you. They can create a container for you. It's very loving. It doesn't feel like this person is using your energy, using your time, trying to get attention. They want to invest in you. They want to invest the time. They want to stick around. They're not trying to get something and then leave. Wow, that's a really amazing energy. It could be a friend. It could be, it definitely has that soul connection. Someone who's really willing to meet you in deeper places. Could be earth sign or water sign. Yeah, there's, it's interesting. No air signs. You might be Aquarius, you might be more in your fire right now, in your passion. You might be a part of it. Might be very tempting to have to get fiery. To this drama might stir some things up, but as you clear it, then you have someone who wants to invest in you. This is what you've been asking for. That's what this reading is about people who aren't really for you, and clearing those people out instead of, well, at least I have someone. Yeah, they're toxic and I feel worst when I'm around them, but I forget about that because I get lonely, and then I connect with them, and then I remember, oh yeah, this is why I didn't want to connect with them, because the energy goes one way. Wow. All right, let's keep moving. Aquarius, messages from your higher self is the Hermit in reverse. I feel like the message from your higher self is, it's time to get out of some isolation. You've been isolated. I feel like this friendship picture is like a lack of trust. I don't trust anybody. There's nobody out there. They're all, watch what you're saying, because you'll prove yourself right. And you can do that again and again, or you can start talking and thinking about, yeah, I've had a lot of experience with people who I don't trust, who I end up not trusting, or I trusted because I was in a lonely place and shouldn't have trusted that person. Or I didn't know what I didn't know, and now I know better. And so I know that type of person is not really a friendship that I want to look at. I'm also seeing that maybe I wasn't very trustworthy. Maybe I used people. Maybe I talked about friends behind their backs and didn't hold space. Maybe I'm kind of learning where I could be a better friend in all of this. So it's time to come out. Yeah, wow. It's time to come out of that hiding, because it looks like soulmate and soul tribe, soul family are showing up. I'm getting like a possible love interest for sure. That could be this person in your present energy. And also like a best friend vibe. Are you looking for a best friend? Are you looking for like that's my guy, that's my girl, that's my BFF, that's my ride or die. That's someone who's got my back. That's someone, even when they're in the midst of their own crisis, they'll also check in with me and make sure I'm okay, and vice versa. Like, this is your wingman, wingwoman. Oh, maybe a couple. Okay, you might have a lot of friends showing up, or this person is so heart-sent. Oh, wow, I'm really liking this friend. This friend has that Aquarius intelligence, can see things, smart, intelligent, good conversationalist, and heart-centered as well. So it's not completely intellectual. There's a balance here that this person has. They see clarity, but they're also very compassionate and loving and caring. Very loving and caring. Excuse me. All right. Let's see. And then there is this love offer. Oh, that was a lot. Let's see if there's less. Say less, but give me more. Who's the Page of Cups? What do we need to know about the Page of Cups? Ooh, this love offer, it feels like they're a little dependent. They're not financially stable right now. Ooh, and they're 9 of Cups in reverse. Wow. This is not, I think that's why I was focused on the friends. It does not seem like what you're looking for. But that's important too. Like, it's nice that people are showing up. It feels like a lot of people are showing up and you're like, okay, this isn't working. This isn't for me. It doesn't feel like these people are bad or anything like that. It's just, it feels like you're learning in a very quick way this week who's for me and who's not. In the past, I judged people for me like this, and now I'm being more discerning. I'm trusting my own counsel. Your challenge right now, Aquarius, is the 6 of Wands. I feel like what I'm getting here, your challenge is to see that connections can end victoriously. There's this kind of pessimistic energy I keep bumping up against, that belief systems like no one's there for me, I'm all alone, I attract this kind of crappy ass person. Like, yes, you that can be true, especially if you keep perceiving that, then you are creating that. I think your challenge is to perceive, to remember the friendships and think about and create your energetic body. Like, I've been very loved. I've been very cared for. I've had amazing friends. But be honest, like, when you've really had someone show up for you, remember, start engendering. If you're like, I can't remember, it's not that it's not true, that no one has ever shown up for you. No one's ever been a good friend. It's that you have so much practice with the beliefs that are not what you're wanting to create, that you're not allowing success to come in. I think your beliefs are keeping you safe. They're keeping people away from you and you away from people. So it's wild because it feels like you really want loving connections, but you're also projecting that it'll never happen. So it feels like your energy is pretty split here. What's hidden is the Five of Swords. Bullies, manipulation. These are people in their ego, more concerned about the storyline of how others are perceiving them than the truth. This is someone on a power trip. This is someone who just, this person's exhausting. I feel like this person plays stupid games, get stupid prizes. They play mind games, and it feels like you're like, I see ya. I don't want to play. No thanks. And yeah, this is just a headache. I agree. The imagery, this guy, it's just with that bird, just caw, caw, caw. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Could you just not? Could just less would be best. I'm getting irritated. It's definitely this person, this energy really gets you riled up. I feel like that might be, it feels like the irritation and the riled up gets you ungrounded, gets you in your emotions. I'd rather be angry and more empowered and angry than really address the woundedness and the sadness that's behind that anger. Why I'm jumping right to defensive and angry and frustrated instead of why is this causing so much woundedness? It feels like it might be a mother wound. It feels like you might have had a mom who was not very nurturing. There's something about this energy and how it shows up as a pretense, a mask of nurturing. I'm so mothering. They know just what to say, but they're not. Their energy is fatigued. It just is. They are not upright. They are out of control and masking it. They're dependent on other people's energy. They very clingy, very codependent, very insecure, very unable to yeah, and you're showing up as the Empress. You're very abundant. You just know too much to deal with this type of energy. This is like you're facing an unhealed version of yourself. I feel like this person, what's hidden is this person is oh, they're going to pick a fight. So, are you a betting person? What do you think of a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, in that Five of Swords energy directed at you, the Empress? What do you think upright? What do you think the outcome will be? Moving on. Opportunity is the Three of Wands in reverse. I feel like you are letting go of some people, some timelines. Like I'm not moving in that direction. That's I'm going to let that connection darken. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let go. You have an opportunity to really let go. Wow. Wow. Okay, the Emperor right below the Empress. Your opportunity is to just let this go. It feels like it could really pull you in, and you have an opportunity to just let this go and be in Emperor mode. I feel like this person, an Emperor, is not going to be pulled into a Five of Swords energy. Bullies, pettiness, competition, power plays. The Emperor and the Empress don't have to validate who they are. They don't have to worry about what other people are saying. It feels like you letting these connections go that don't work, you step into the Emperor mode. You lead yourself through this in a very mature way, in a healthy way. It feels like you have a lot of compassion for this person. It's not like and anyone in this energy. You're recognizing this as an unhealed version, like an old version of yourself. You're meeting like unhealed you, and you're like, part, that's, wow, I was a lot. So I feel like there's some compassion. This person is just very unhealed, and it's time to let these unhealed connections that aren't healthy go. And it looks like as soon as you do that, not only do you level up, but you start attracting what you are wanting. These people are kind of taking up some bandwidth and some power and space in your eye line. And once they move out, someone else can move in. Wow, Aquarius. Very powerful week. Wow. All right, your possible outcome is the Wheel. So you have good karma on your side. It feels like you clear some karma with this person, with seeing like an unhealed version of yourself. Feels like you rise above this, that you don't dive back into it, and you receive good karma for it. It looks like this other energy in your space, there's just a lot of self-doubt and lack of self-awareness, failure to learn lessons. And it feels like they're projecting a lot of their toxicity onto you, a lot of these unhealed versions. I feel like there's something here around surrendering. Feels like you're not giving into this energy so much. You're not trying to heal them. You're just saying, this, setting a boundary. Feels like this energy gives up. That it feels like there's a fight here. I'm definitely getting drama, Five of Swords and Five of Wands type of energy. And yet I feel it looks like the outcome is they give up. They feel abandoned. They feel left out in the cold. I don't feel like that's your intention, but you setting a healthy boundary might have hit their rejection pictures and abandonment issues. This is all stuff that they they're not addressing. So it is a bummer to see that they don't grow from this, at least not in the possible outcome here. It looks like they might have go into victim mode. Yeah. They don't want to work with you anymore. Oh, okay, it looks like for some of you, their triggers of abandonment and feeling betrayed or abandoned, left out, addressing, like setting a healthy boundary for yourself. Some of them are very punishing and they want to make it so you can't work again. Is this someone you work with? It is. Pentacles have shown up. Or others don't befriend you. Like they're so much in their ego. Wow, this is just really someone very unhealed. It's like instead of learning and going within, yeah, they're not going within because they're dependent and they don't know how to heal this. So some of you, there might be a little revenge scenario. Like it feels like they're using half-truths and things like that, but the people who they're talking to, I feel like it feels like they're acknowledging, like, oh, bummer. Wow, they said that to you. Wow, they said that to you. Because I feel like people have wanted to say this to this person. You just finally said it. Feels like you said it in a nice way. It doesn't feel like you were looking for a fight. You're just not interested. What ends the final thing, you get fantastic karma. You're speaking your truth. You're setting healthy boundaries for yourself. No, and you can't control how others respond and react. It's not your job. It looks like this creates a lot of hope. It feels like that hopelessness that you've been experiencing in regards to friendships and connections and loving connections, that hopelessness that it'll ever change starts clearing up or clears. And you start feeling very hopeful because once you start clearing people who are not for you, all these people, you show up much stronger and changed. And that allows other people to really see you and really surprise and delight you with their care. And it ends this painful cycle that you've been going through around a lack of trust, not being able to trust others. So really powerful week for you, Aquarius. Wow, what a reading. Hope that was helpful. If this resonated, please consider liking this page, liking this video, and subscribing so you can get more of these readings. I do daily psychic tarot readings here, do the weekly for each sign, and sometimes I sprinkle in different type of readings. I'm also over on Instagram. It's a little bit of a different energy over there, so just thought I'd share. Hope that helps. Thank you, Aquarius. Appreciate you and your time. Take care.